media agenda has begun again. Manchester United is making moves in the market, trying to sign players, trying to, get things done and trying to get, moving the transfer market really quickly. But then they start again. They come up with multiple agendas, be it talking about player salaries, talking about basically all things with regards to the kind of players we're signing and all of that. And obviously, the mainstream media will always want to create situations where they'll create a divide, in the Man United fan base and make us to kind of question the decisions of the owners of the club and all of that. Albeit, some of these signings are basically, try to create an opportunity for Man United to ascend greater heights. And we've moved away from signing players that are over 30 to signing players that are under 30. We haven't signed any players that are over 30 in the last 2 years or thereabout. The 5 players that came in the summer were in the mid-20s. And last summer were in the mid-20s. When we signed the player in January, 2 players in January, they were practically teenagers. Patrick Dogo, 20, Hayden Heaven, 17 or 18 as the case may be. Now, basically, they come up with multiple things, basically. But just to shed more light on what I was referring to, it was a post by Simon Jordan or by talkSPORT on Simon Jordan's comments about Man United's signings. Basically, if we're going to look at it, he made a comment and he said that this was pretty much yesterday. He was questioning whether Bryan Mbeumo and what's his name, Matheus Cunha, are Red Devils or are what the Red Devils need, or what Manchester United need to get back to their best, saying, do these players feel like Man United signings? If we want to track back to historical signings for Manchester United under the old regime, under the Glazers, basically, Sir Alex Ferguson at the time used to sign the best players in the Premier League, and then improve them. Right, we're talking about most recent memory. We're talking Ashley Young, for example, signed from Aston Villa at the time, was supposed to be the winger to replace Cristiano Ronaldo. He won the Premier League with Manchester United, and he played for Man United a couple of years, and then he was sold out. He played as a right winger from the left side and played as a left back or right back, depending on the time frame as he was getting older and all of that. Now he's transitioned into a right back. I think he played for Everton and all of that. Now we have signed other players like Wayne Rooney from Everton. We're talking best in class young players, right? We've signed players like Dimitar Berbatov from Fulham, I think, or Tottenham. We've signed Edwin van der Sar from Fulham. We've signed, there's so many players we've signed in the Premier League, from Premier League clubs that were doing well, but eventually you turned out to be better. Most recent memory again, Robin van Persie, 2011-2012. We signed him, played 3 seasons with Man United, played in his first season, won the league with Man United and all of that. So these are notable signings that Manchester United have made in the past to be able to kind of keep being played or being at the top, right? So would we call them Manchester United signings, or would we call them signings that were signed to improve the squad? We're talking Michael Carrick from Tottenham Hotspur as well. We're talking Eric Cantona, the famous Eric Cantona from Leeds. We're talking Rio Ferdinand from Leeds as well. These are players that were young prospects and best in class at the time, and they came to Man United and made Man United better. So what is the problem of the media challenging Manchester United signing when it comes to players? And you say, are they Manchester United signings? Let's look at numbers. Bryan Mbeumo last season scored 20 goals. The highest goal scorer in Premier League in the Premier League last season was Mohamed Salah, 29 goals. The next was Alexander Isak, 23 goals. And the next after that was Erling Haaland best player in Man City and has been the highest scorer for 3 years, he was third. Erling Haaland 22 and Bryan Mbeumo 20. The next after Bryan Mbeumo was Chris Wood. Now, if we're going to go to Matheus Cunha finished the league season attacking midfielder / forward / striker. Finished the season with 15 Premier League goals. Right? So, what are we talking about? All the players in that list of players, we have Salah 29, Isak 23, Erling Haaland 22, Mbeumo 20, Chris Wood 20, Yohan Wissa 19, Oli Watkins 16, Cole Palmer 15, Matheus Cunha 15, Jean-Philippe Mateta 14. Right? And you say, and you're questioning if they're Man United players, blah, 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 blah. He said, with all due respect, they are good players, but these don't strike me as top 4 players. So which players strike you as top 4 players? Man United needed goals. Man United needed to create chances. We noticed that when we play against top clubs, we get low blocked. So what do? You create an opportunity where these are unpredictable players that can fit into a system that you're trying to create. Bryan Mbeumo, I brought this on, I think I put this on TikTok. Bryan Mbeumo on his own last year made over 200 crosses. Well, I'm looking at his stats, and in the last couple of seasons, he's had pretty decent seasons, albeit in 2021, 2022, still struggling to be the main man, right? Scored 4 goals, 22, 23, 9 goals, 23, 24, 9 goals. So his stock was rising, and then it was 23, 20, it was 21, 22, 23, now he's 25, right? 24, 25, 20 goals, right? Was struggling to find his feet, and then found his feet, and he top performer last season consistently, not just one hit or one season. His Premier League record is 136 games, 42 goals, and 28 assists. 28 assists, 42 goals. That is, in 136 games, he has been involved in about 70 goal contributions in the Premier League alone. We're not talking all competitions and stuff. In Premier League, 70 goal contributions. Come on. So he says, with all due respect, they are good players, but don't strike me as top 4 players. Okay, so which players will strike you as top 4 players? Erling Haaland, we can't get him. Alexander Isak, we can't get him. Who else? Right? You say maybe in a top 4 side, they will be top 4 players. Oh, that doesn't make sense. So he says, with due respect, they are good players, but these don't strike me as top 4 players. Maybe in a top 4 side, they will be top 4 players. But Man United aren't a top 4 side at the moment. Yes, we finished 16th, but does that mean, or 15th rather? Does that mean that because we finished 15th, then we are not a top 4 side? Everybody knows that we're a force to reckon with. That's why we still attract top players. And that's why players like Bryan Mbeumo want to come to Man United, because they believe that they can make, impact in the club, right? If we're going to go with like his contributions basically all through like the whole of last season and all of that, we'll be talking about how he impacted the squad and how he impacted the team and his role and all of that in the squad. I mean, he was very instrumental, very pacey, very fast, creating chances, and is listed obviously as a midfielder, right, and creating chances, creating opportunities for other people to score and all of that. I brought you a stat yesterday saying that he had 200 over. Let me just get the exact. So he had for Bryan Mbeumo basically in Premier League 24-25 season, goals scored, he was 4th on the list, right? Expected goals and expected assists, he was 1st, 9.26, right? Crosses, 202. And you say, like, we create a lot of chances, but we don't have. So if you have Mbeumo and Cunha in that squad, Mbeumo crosses to Cunha, you think Cunha is not going to finish it? Or you have Xerxes on top form, and then, or even have a player like Victor Gyökeres, you think that with Mbeumo crossing, he will not get the chance to score? Think about it. Kilometers covered. He's third in the Premier League. The 387.6. So he's working hard. He's tracking back, and his sprints 870 sprints. Man United need pressing demons right now. Man United need players that can actually push the team forward. And he's 25 years of age. Will turn 26 in August. Still about to hit his prime. We signed him. Come on. So, like I was saying, basically, the media agenda is continuous, is consistent. When it comes to Manchester United player, they focus on who was, how much was signing the player, how much salary. I mean, yesterday news came out that obviously Bryan Mbeumo is requesting for 4 times his salary. He's earning $40,000, £40,000 in Brentford, and now he wants £250,000. I'm like, how does that become news? Because when other players like, Tijani Reinders being signed by Man City, nobody's talking about how much he's earning. What's his name? Bryan Kekesh, being signed by Liverpool. Nobody's talking about how much he's earning. What about what's this guy's name? Jeremy Frimpong, being signed by Liverpool. Who is talking about his earnings? But no, when it comes to Man United, they want to talk about earnings. They want to talk about specific salaries and all of that. So it's pretty annoying when the media, do this. But now, according to Football Insider, this is pretty much what they kind of analyzed. If any other club had a season without a major silverware, as well as finishing the lower regions of the Premier League table, they will certainly be struggling to bring in any top talent. That's facts. However, thanks to status and past achievement, Manchester United have a certain pull about them, which allows them to bring in quality players regardless of their form and league position. Despite this, signings like Cunha and Mbeumo are the absolute best that Amorim could hope for, and to even complete these deals given the current environment is quite a coup. Nobody is under the impression that the aforementioned pair are top 5 or even 10 players in the Premier League, but they are vast improvements on Manchester United and what we currently have. If Amorim can implement his style of play and continue to add talent to his squad, then he will at least have a chance of turning things around at Old Trafford. Pretty much straightforward and very measured analysis of the situation. And that's the truth. And that's what we as Manchester United fans want. That's what we as Manchester United fans expect. Not to be talking about, he's done this, he's done that, he's not a Premier League proven player. We are signing Premier League proven player is a problem. We need to sign Premier League proven player. This was the news, the talk last season. We need to sign Premier League proven players that can do the job. And now we've signed Premier League. It's a problem. Are they Manchester United players? Are they top 4 players? It never stops. But the truth is, the more we as Manchester United fans try to keep our powder dry, the better it will be for us, because we will be sane in trying to deal with these kinds of media agenda against our club. So let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section. I feel like I could have gone more and more on this, but I don't want to bore you with too much long talk and all that. But I just thought that I should bring this out there so you guys can, get the gist of what we're trying to talk about. Let me know your thoughts and feelings, and do not let this main media agenda, try to bait you into thinking that the players we've signed are not good enough for Manchester United. They've not even kicked the ball, right? So don't let them bait you into believing that, because if we get anything close to 15 goals last season from Cunha in Manchester United this season, and we get anything close to 15 goals from Mbeumo, like he did 20 last season, and we get anything close to Bruno's goals, 8 last season, Ahmad 8 last season, right? If we have all these goals, we would not score less than 50 goals, like we scored 40 something last season, right? We'll strengthen the forward areas, and we'll also strengthen the defense. We have young players in defense, right? We have new players coming in defense, as well as potentially, if Amorim doesn't want, a new goalkeeper. So let us keep our powder dry and ensure that we back our club, and not let the media agenda kind of rule the way we think about things and we think about our club. Let me know your thoughts and feelings in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, goodbye, and God bless.